Welcome to another Fearless Friday. And that made me think like one of the things that I see a lot of men fearing. And one of the things that I've noticed and is not very consciously being acknowledged is being happy, having an amazing life. It looks like that's something that we as men, as fathers, as providers, um, think that that's not possible or shouldn't be for us because we need to provide and take care of our wife and our kids. Well, wake up call one, we're in a completely different world where our wives can make just as much as an impact or making even more money coming in doing their jobs, working, and you know, we can do what they do and they can do what we do as easily. So there's no need for us to think that we should be the sole providers. That's one. Two, the best way to raise your kids is by being the biggest example. Meaning that if you live a happy life and you show this and you show that you feel amazing, and by showing what you do to get there, your kids are going to copy you. They're going to model you and do exactly the same thing. So that makes raising them a lot more easier by first working on yourself, right? So what's the first step? The first step is you must have a vision. What does an amazing life look like? You can't just sit there and think, man, I do not like my life. God, I'm not happy at all. What do I do? What do I do? Well, if you don't know what you do, the first thing that you have to do, the first step that you must take is figuring out what does an amazing life look like for you, right? What makes you happy? It's as simple as that. If you had an amazing life, what would you be eating every day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Where would you go and work out? What kind of workouts would you like to do to stay fit and healthy? How would your body look like? It's maybe even more important. What would your body look like? How would you feel? Right? Write all of that down exactly to the last detail. What does that look like for you? What kind of clothes would you have? How would your house look like? What would your kids look like? How would your relationship with your wife look like? The relationship with your kids, the relationship with your friends, the relationship with your other family members? What work would you do? Would you still work for a boss? Would you work for yourself? If you would work for yourself, how would that look like? If you work for a boss, then how would that look like? Right? Think of it as big as you can, as detailed as you can. That way, you have a clear vision and you know what to work towards. And if you don't know for yourself, like, oh, I don't know, then find guys, find fathers out there that you're like, wow, if I would be that, or if I had this part of that guy, I would be happy. Great, then write that down. Write down how they are. Write down what they do. Write down what kind of job they have, how they present themselves, what it is that you like out of them. And if there's only a little part, then take that little part, write it down, make it yours. Take it apart from somebody else. Take it apart from somebody else, right? I mean, I got several guys in my heads that I follow. Guy like Niji Sobo, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Dean Graziosi. I mean, those guys are freaking killing it. And while killing it, you still see tons of videos and pictures and them connecting with their kids, which for me is the most important thing, right? So write all of that down for yourself. Determine exactly what is it that I would like to have that makes me happy, right? Now, it's not all about that. There's a lot more steps. As I pointed out, there's 4 steps in total, and I will talk in the next days about step number 2, step number 3, and step number 4. But first of all, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this message, start with having a vision, a clear picture of what your amazing life should look like. And then we're going to take the next steps tomorrow, figuring out, okay, so how do we get there, right? because there's a lot of dangers of having that vision or watching other guys being where you want to be. And there's possibilities of negative thoughts coming in, a lot of negative thoughts coming in. Jealousy. Can't have any jealousy now, you know? You should be proud of those guys for being where they are, where you want to be. Supporting those guys, right? All right, so I hope this first step is clear. If you have any questions, reach out to me. If you are a father and an entrepreneur, if you are having a side hustle, if you're a stay-at-home dad, as they call it, make sure you join us in my group, my closed group. We've got tons of dadpreneurs in there. I think we're at 65, 66 now, communicating with each other, helping each other out, growing and becoming amazing dadpreneurs, living the life that we want to live. All right. Have a fearless Friday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.